Real spot. Real tech. Real insight.
Okay, hi guys and welcome to the Real Spot. We're here to do...
Are we live, Fabian? Are we live?
We're live, mate. We're live. And we're doing a review of the Hi-Fi show. We got some nice comments from you guys and thank you so much for subscribing, man.
Absolutely.
That's, as they say, love for the love. That was really nice of you guys doing that. So we thought we'd do a little review of the show, what we thought were, good products and those awful products that you can.
Yeah, that's right. The highs and lows, basically.
Yeah,
the highs and lows of the UK Hi-Fi show. Lots of equipment. Yeah, a fair bit to talk about. So
yeah, definitely.
Let's get into it. Yeah.
Definitely. So I mean, the first thing was these players, right? These high-res players. I can't believe that the product is still out there, to be honest to you, because I mean, we have our phones now. And you can also get these mini DACs. I mean, these high-res players, you're talking a price of 1,600, right? And you've already got your phone in your pocket. Then you're gonna have a big high-res player that's double the width of your phone, right? And we did check online today that there's a company called Fiio. They make like a tiny DAC that you can stick on the bottom of your phone, which plays 32-bit DSD 256 decoding, and it can do high-res streaming from Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal and Amazon Music.
Very good.
And
Very good.
What's the price, people? £19.
£19, guys. That's look. We all know, you get what you pay for, but if you've already got, a phone, which is a high-tech piece of equipment anyway, and to get this add-on, you're saying, Fabian, basically it's an add-on DAC, digital to analog converter on there with those specs that you're saying. It's got to be worth a shot. I mean,
I think so for £19, right?
£19.
I'll put the link in the description, so you guys can have a look at it and see what you think. But I think for £19, Astral and Kern, they make these digital audio players, but for 1,600,
they do look nice, Sophie. When I see it, I mean, it's a nice design, but
they're nice.
But you're right, though, a grand a pop.
A grand a pop, right? 1,600. That's a lot of money when you got something £19. Plug it into the bottom of your phone, Type C, and away you go. But I think it's a no-brainer. But if anyone gets one, let us know, or we might get one and test it, do a little review on it, and see what you guys think about that. Also, moving on now to the headphone section. The headphone sections down there was massive. I mean, you had, put it this way, right? There was no Beats there. So don't even bother with Beats. No Beats, no Sony, no Bose, There were a lot of names there that I don't even know. It's just all high-end.
All high-end
just
stuff.
all high-end. It was nothing of what you can get from Curry's or those places. You got to go to a specialist.
No, that's right. And I think some standout ones you were talking about, Fabian, there. I think you mentioned the Focal. Was the Focal one of them?
Yeah, the Focal Clear MG, which has a...
So these are open back. Open back as well, right? Okay.
Open back headphones. I mean, we listened to them off of a hi-fi, headphone stack. Right?
Yes.
But we'll get to that bit. But the headphones itself, I thought they were phenomenal. The clarity on them was bang. I mean, they don't have the sound of the Beats, right? Because the Beats gives you that kind of really dum dum dum. It's really it's heavy based, right?
That's right.
But I think when you put a pair of headphones on of that kind of quality, I mean, they're £1,000, right? They're £1,000 and up for those headphones,
that's right.
right?
They're not cheap.
I mean, there was even dearer ones there, right? We saw some for £6,000.
Yeah,
you probably saw it on the video. It looks like one of those Cybermen.
You look like a Cyberman when you're wearing this one. It's true. I mean, look. to be fair, I mean, I enjoy my bass, and when it comes to my my beats, I do enjoy the beats with the bass, and I love turning up and almost feeling the cones rattle. but as Fabian's pointing out, though, I mean, these sets of headphones we're listening to, of which Focal, the Clear MG is one of them. The crystal quality and fine balance they're offering. I think we were playing the Michael Jackson PYT,
right? But
as a test.
But let them hear what it was on, though, because what it was on. I mean,
true.
I think everyone has probably seen, a dedicated amp just for your headphones, right?
Yes.
But this system that we saw from DCS.
Yes.
And my days, I mean,
it's about the Lena, DCS Lena.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. I mean, all right, we'll give you a breakdown of the stats of it, right? Yeah. So you got just the headphone amp on its own is 9,000. Then you pair that up with the DCS Lena master clock, which is supposed to give more imaging, resolution, dynamics, expression, and all this kind of stuff, right? That's 7,250 pound, right? Then you clock that with your network DAC, that's 12,500. And that's all in one stack, right? But all I can say to you, I've never heard Michael Jackson's PYT sound like that.
It was like new. It's like you say. It's like a new recording that you've listened to. I mean, we were hearing everything. I mean, the bass line we all know, but it was just the clarity.
The clarity. I mean, I could hear.
It stuck with you.
Yeah.
That bass line. And then the small instruments in the background.
And then the reverb on his voice.
The reverb on his voice.
Come on.
It was good.
If you guys get to demo it. I think you have to go to a real specialist place to get to hear.
I forgot where they said they were actually. Yeah, that's right. But guys, if you look up DCS Lena, look at that. Again, we'll put the links in the video. But it is. It is worth trying.
I think that was one of my
paired with the right headphones.
Yeah, with the right headphones, of course, right. You're not going to spend all that money and then drop a Sony on it, or
no, you're not going to Argos and picking up a Sony or a Bush and stick that.
You don't want to bottleneck the system, right? So. As far as I'm concerned, that to me was one of the standout products of the show.
It was very good.
But definitely see if you can get a demo of that. I mean, it's
that was outstanding.
That was just mind-blowing. Then we went on to turntables. My turntable at the show, I would say, was the new Technics turntable. It's Technics SL40 CBT. It comes with Bluetooth. It was the cheapest turntable at the show, I would say.
I mean, there were some very specialist turntables there. I didn't really keep a lookout for much of the turntables. There were some quality ones there, but the Technics, what I liked about it, I think the colours that came in were fantastic. There was a terracotta which looked brilliant.
That looked brilliant.
And then the grey or the silver, again, that's took me back to the SL1210s, SL1200s.
It gave you that
look. It gave you that vibe. It was nice. It was nice. But these were designed for listening pleasure, as the
I mean, these aren't for mixing or doing that kind of. These are real lifestyle kind of products. I think that you could bring home and no one's gonna moan at you, right? Your missus ain't gonna. That just fits in like a piece of furniture. How it was made. And it's got Bluetooth on it as well. I've got so many connections on the back.
I think they were exhibiting that paired to a Bluetooth set of headphones, which were Technics
headphones.
So Technics headphones. So the idea is basically you get your vinyl, you play your vinyl, and you stream directly to your Bluetooth headsets. Good quality. I liked everything about it. My only part that was missing for me still was the pitch control.
It didn't have that. I mean, that's classic Techniques. Right?
Yes,
it's a pitch control slider.
And don't get me wrong, you're not about to jump and start using it as a DJ Dacs. That's not the intention of this product.
No.
But I do like sometimes hearing some of my tunes somewhat speeded slightly or slightly slower. Sometimes. For not all tunes, but there are some tunes where.
I mean, how much is an SL12 though? I mean, I don't know how much an SL12 is.
SL12, actually, no more. I mean, I don't know what they go for. That would still be more than this, wouldn't it?
I mean, this was 749, right? This was £749. And I think that's a real good bargain for this. And it also comes with direct drive motor, right, guys? So they've got that classic direct drive turntable system that Technic's using.
Oh wow, look at it. SL1210G,
Yeah.
£4,000.
£4,000.
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer, right? I think for 749, for what it does, the aesthetics that it has for your living room space or wherever it is, it's all. I mean, it's a lifestyle product, but a good product.
Yeah.
I would say at the end of that.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you reckon? I think so.
No, 100%. That's the way it's designed, you know. So, like I say, if you're someone that's got a good classic collection of vinyl, and you just want to come home one evening, sit down and listen to your vinyl with a top quality pair of headphones.
Yeah.
This is the product for you. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, you're not disturbing the neighbours.
It's not that type of product.
Yeah, it's not that product. It's that just a.
And this was literally standalone, if I remember rightly. There was no. That's right.
No,
so
it's a standalone product.
I mean, obviously, it did have the phonos in the back. I inquired about that.
Yeah,
so obviously,
it did have that.
you could, obviously put that into your main amplifier, integrated amplifier, and home hi-fi setup. Of course, that's how you use it. But if you just want it as a standalone, that's all I've got on the table. Listen to my headphones. You can do that as well.
I mean, excellent for someone living in a flat or student flat, something like that. It's
Perfect.
superb, right? Floor standing speakers. There were many of them at the show, but I think one of the outstanding ones for us was the ELAC Concerto M807. Comes in at £37,000 a pair, but my days, I mean, they put a track on there. I can't remember who it's by.
I think I'll have to check. I agree with you.
Sounded amazing.
This now is becoming the new measure of a good quality speaker for me. If I can truly appreciate a piece of music in a genre which I don't normally really listen to, and this piece of music, it was a standard piece of music, but the clarity, everything was on point. It was good. High end, mid, and low. No distortion. Just pure crystal quality sound. Just enough bass. Mid, just right.
And the strings from the guitar, you could hear the guy plucking.
No, that's right. Let me see if I can find.
It was absolutely amazing. I mean, the design won't suit everyone, right? I've noticed when you get to these high end stages, they're more into how the speaker will perform more than the actual design, right? I mean, these look more like something from Doctor Who, kind of Dalek-ish kind of looking. They still look attractive in their own right, but it might take a bit of conversation with the wife to get them in, right? But when you got 37 grand, right, you probably got your own annex to play that kind of put them in, right? So I just think, and also it had a down-firing bass driver as well. But I mean, the overall impression of it was amazing. I mean, we did listen to the BMW 800 series speaker, but I thought that this blew that away. I mean, how much is the BMW 800
the
series?
Bose and Will, that was,
I think it was nowhere near this, was it?
No,
it was nowhere near 37,000.
No. I think it was more around the 18,000 per pair.
18,000 per
18,000 per pair.
18,000 per pair, right?
They weren't bad.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah. But when you step up to the next level, right, of footballers' money, that is,
and that's pretty much what you need.
Yeah, I mean, that is, you can hear a difference, right?
100%.
I mean, that was just, I think you could put anything on that, because that kind of genre that they played had a slowish bass, so it wasn't an electronic bass, which is always fast, right? So
that's correct.
The drivers that they were using in that were very, very sensitive, plus they could still deal with an old style of bass.
Forgive me there, Fabes. I was trying to find that tune that but I don't think this could have been Troubles What You're In live. That's the track.
Troubles
What? That was the track.
That was the track. That track is a banging track. I mean,
Troubles What You're In. The live from where? From
it's the first time I've heard it, and I thought it was banging. You guys probably heard it when we was out there, because I think we did record a little bit of that because it was so banging. And I think you did.
That's right. That live version was very good. That's what everything was there.
Everything. It was like he was in the live room, wasn't
That's
it?
right.
It was
live
like
from Union Chapel, London.
Yeah, it was like he was there. It was like he was there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if you can get to demo that as well, definitely demo that, because that was awesome.
That was good.
That sounded like he was really, really there. As I said, the BMW, not bad, but I mean, the BMW could go low, but then it was the type of music they played on it.
Yeah. I can't remember the tunes that we were playing. When we came in, there was a nice eclectic bit of music that was being played. It had some nice lows in there in terms of bass. And depending where you stood, obviously in the little showroom that we were in, or the room that they were doing the exhibit in, the demo, it was quite good. I liked it. I didn't like the design, the look of the speaker particularly.
Yeah, the mic head they call it.
Yeah, that's right. It's almost like a box with a sphere dropped on top, sort of thing. It didn't work
like a letterbox, and then you got a big mic on the front, the top of it. So,
but still great quality.
Yeah, still great. But you can definitely notice the step up, right, when you're getting into the 37 region. And then the next floor stander, which was PS Audio.
Oh, crikey, that was...
Remember that setup where they had these guys had these two big speakers, right?
Incredible. Each one was what, 36 grand?
Yeah. I mean, they were 65 grand a pair, right?
Yeah.
And then you had the power amp station with the power amps, remember?
Yeah.
And the guy said the whole setup was £95,000.
Right.
No, each
speaker was 30. Wasn't it 37?
65,000 each.
Oh, each.
Yeah.
Each.
Or a pair. Sorry, a pair.
No, a pair.
A pair was 65,000.
Yes, because it was over the 30. I remember. Yes, right. It was something like 32, 33.
Yeah.
That's right.
They were. That was going to. Now you're going to. Now you're going to another level.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's a car. That's a brand new car.
Yeah. I mean, that's just.
Exactly.
I mean, you could get yourself a nice little M3.
Yeah.
For that kind of money. Yeah. But the downside to that speaker was it couldn't handle anything with an old-fashioned beat. It had to be electronic music, right?
So that's what they were demoing. They were demoing fast-paced, high-energy, pulsating beat, dance, high-energy music.
It was fantastic.
And the quality was fantastic. The bass was coming across, clarity. It was loud. It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, they were deep.
Yeah, they were deep.
High.
Yeah.
The width was not too bad.
They're not saying you can get indoors, right?
No.
You get those indoors, you need for love nor money, right?
You needed these wheeled in somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
But as Fabian's saying, we put again. I'm an old hip hop head. I put on
EPMD.
So what you're saying, EPMD. It was disastrous.
It's like the speaker was like
awful.
It's like the speaker came from
it was like a pound shop speaker. It sounded like a pound shop speaker.
Yeah, I mean, from 65 grand, right? You put EPMD on it, and it went down to like
dreadful.
Oh my day! It sounded like like when you had your first car, right? And you put in some car speakers, like, cheap little car speakers.
That's what it was like.
Yeah, and it was just all the bass was flapping all over the place. It was absolutely awful.
Then later did play it was Kaytranada's Out of Luck with Mariah the Scientist. We played that on there, and that was okay. I chose that because I know, again, that's got quite a nice bass line on it. It's quite,
but it still
high
didn't
energy.
come across, did it?
It still didn't really work.
Nah.
And again, look, they were playing this off what were they playing this off? I think there's another DAC system.
Man.
Yeah.
Those DACs weren't cheap, right?
No, they weren't. That's right.
I just think that speaker just can't handle that type of music.
Response. We'll need to look. Maybe guys, any of you on there can maybe explain to us why.
Yeah, why?
This sort of fast, high.
Yeah. It was amazing with that. I mean, you can see the things flapping.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right.
It was absolutely. The sound of it was amazing. But as I said, anything with an old, slow, long strobing beat. Nah. For 65 grand, it went way down.
You would not pay 60 grand. You would not.
But and then the next one we saw was by a French company. They said you could have that one speaker on its own.
They were good. That was a whole music.
Yeah, a whole music package in one.
Yeah, that's right.
A very expensive Bluetooth speaker, right?
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned, right?
True.
And I think for the price, I think it was 2,000 2,000 and something pounds, right, for one, because they're saying you can just use it as one, or you can use it in a pair, right? But I just think
they were nice.
I don't know. They were nice, but I just think it's a Bluetooth speaker, man. Why are you spending that kind of money on a Bluetooth speaker? I don't know. I just think, I mean, they did look. All right, put it this way: if you had them in your front room, because you can get those in a normal front room, right?
Yes.
That is a talking point in itself, right? As soon as someone walked through the
design,
door,
very nice.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like Star Wars, where you had those sort of pods, those hovering pods.
Yeah.
Those
the ones that Darth Vader used to use.
That's right.
Just floating around.
Those probes.
Yeah. I think that's where they must have got the idea from.
That's what they looked like.
Yeah.
They were the.
I don't know what the company was called again.
They were. Hold on, we'll get the information.
Wait for that. But they were, as I said, I think very attractive design, but I think way overpriced. I think you could get a lot more for your money going somewhere else. I think that would be the next speaker I would say, which I think was the winner of the show for loudspeakers anyway.
That's right. Develier,
I mean, you've probably seen them on the web already. I'm sure on Box Therapy he done a demo of them, right? Of them as well. And even he said it was a very expensive Bluetooth speaker. You know what I mean? That's my take on it. I mean, I'm not gunning anyone that's got a pair of them, right? If you got a pair of them or you've got one, they're still decent.
I think we were looking at the Develier Phantoms, weren't we?
That's it, Phantoms.
3,300 each. They were good, but I think in their defence, we popped into that demo room just after we had done Radiant Acoustics, and that's one we'll come on to later. So
that's not really a fair. Let's take it back. We'll take that back. But they're decent. But I still think for the money,
weren't best in show, but they were good.
They were good. Not best in show, but they were good.
That's right.
Innovation, I'd say good.
Yeah, the design wise,
very good.
Actually, I'd probably give them best for design. Actually, Fabian.
Yes.
In the way the design looked, different. I mean, everything, you either had your rectangular boxes or a load of boxes with spheres on top of them. Some of the designs were
were just ridiculous, right? There's stuff that you're not stuff that you can't really get properly,
no, that's right? Exactly.
Sorry about the noise if you're hearing a helicopter, but we're out in our little man cave here, so sorry about the helicopter going above. But as I said,
they were
definitely.
The Develier, No, definitely one to look out for. I would
definitely. I'd say test it, right? I'd say test it, listen to that. I would. Listen to it. But I think our definite speaker for the show winner, I would say, has to be what, Jerry?
It has to be the Radiant or Acoustics, Radiant Acoustics and their Clarity. They demoed two, the Clarity 4.2, which is a small bookshelf, and then its larger big brother, which is the Clarity 6.2. 6.2. So I think what caught our eye was we had seen on a previous stand earlier on.
The Richard Sounds.
It was a Richard. That's right.
Richard Sounds.
It was a Richard. Exactly. So on the Richard Sounds desk, we'd seen the 4.2. And
heavy.
It was heavy. It was heavy. It was solid. What caught my eye, just looking at it, were the sort of deformations it had around the end
of the drivers.
Exactly.
And they call it
the cones. That's right.
They call it purify.
That's right.
Drivers, so they have no distortion whatsoever.
Exactly. No, these were good. So it turns out basically you have a front plate which has one of these speakers on there, and the front plate is pure cast aluminium.
Cast out.
Exactly, and it's solid. And then as the box is, as you go through the box, then you have two on either side speakers, but they're passive, and they're basically just
bass drivers.
Bass drivers, exactly. No bass ports.
No bass ports. So you can have these right up against the wall.
Exactly.
There's no bass port on these things.
And so it was the clarity that came out of it. I mean, we were listening to a range of tunes. I think R&B.
You could put anything.
R&B, rock, soul. They were playing out of it. I think they put some Prince on there as well. And what was interesting was zero distortion in the mid-range, even though the bass was pumping quite well out of it.
And the bass was tight.
And it was tight. It was nice.
And there was no subwoofer.
No subs. That's
No
the thing.
subs. No subs on it. I mean,
you don't need subs with these. It's incredible.
They weren't floor standers, sorry.
No.
They were stand mounts,
yes,
right?
Yes, that's right.
And they sounded like a floor mount.
Yes, exactly.
That's how deep. That's how bad boy they were.
They were. Didn't I think part of the information the exhibitors were telling us regarding this was that in tests and trials they've done with this, it's repeatedly come back that it's so clear that they were wondering if it was worth putting distortion in there.
Yes,
because the ear is so tuned
to distortion,
to hearing distortion at certain levels.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually,
it was mentioned, wasn't
because, there's a recording of a bass guitarist where he uses the distortion to make the effect in the bass guitar. But with playing it through these speakers, I can't remember the song, that distortion is gone. So it sounds totally different, the song, when it's played, because you don't have that distortion on it.
Additional,
and I mean, that's just testimony to engineering, because when you do hear that speaker, it's amazing.
Oh, it's a great pair of speakers, man.
Great.
I think it was 3.4, 3,500 for the pair, for the Big Brother, which is a 6.2, and for the 4.2 it was 2.5.
2.5 grand.
Yeah, 2.5.
And you can get these from Richer Sounds.
And that's interesting, their delivery model there, which is to go purely just for Richer Sounds.
Which I think is good, because you know, you're not having to.
They're certainly going to get a bigger audience.
Oh, come on.
They'll get
and
a
you
big
don't
audience.
have to go to a high-end shop, right?
No, that's right.
So, you know, you're not going to a high-end shop that you've got to find somewhere.
Exactly.
Richer Sounds, you've got these speakers.
I would recommend
there.
you go in there and you have listen. I might. So I think our local one, we'll head down to have another listen again.
And have another listen. If they allow us to record, we'll record for you guys. But I think definitely that was definitely a speaker of the show.
Speaker of the show, without
doubt.
And just to roll back on what I was mentioning earlier as well. So we had gone there with the focus being on the 4.2, the bookshelf.
Yeah, the smaller
and don't get me wrong,
one.
the sound quality was good.
That
it was
is
excellent.
Good. That is very good.
But then when they went to the bigger brother, for the extra grand, you're just going to get the 6.2. You're not going to go with it. I'd go with the 6.2.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that will play all genre of music, right? So if you're a bass head, you're getting bass. If you're
actually, you just reminded me of something as well. So, Fabe, I mean, talk us through, if you can. Do you remember the exhibitors were talking about the one thing to note about the speakers was the sensitivity. So extremely low with these.
So the smaller brother to that is 7.6 sensitivity. So 76.
It's 76.
76.
Yeah.
So basically, you need one heck of an amplifier to drive that, right? You guys went out there that you're going to need a powerful power in regards to the actual amps. Power supply has to be really good. For that thing to
that's
to
right.
kick,
I think
right?
76 decibels.
Yeah?
That's correct.
And then if you haven't got that, you're going to need a real powerful amp to drive those, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But remember, these also go down as low as 40 hertz, right? And
that's right.
And when you hear these little things kick for something that's 40, that's going down to 40 hertz, it does amaze you, right? It does amaze you. So just take that amazement and put it to its bigger brother. Need we say more? But to know that little speaker, I mean, when you pick it up, you have to pick it up with two hands, didn't we?
You did.
We have to pick it up with two hands because it was dense, right?
Yeah.
And the bass and the clarity that can come out of such a small device does take you back. It'll be interesting when you guys get to demo at Richer Sounds. Tell us which one you liked. Did you like the bigger brother or the smaller brother? Let us know in the comments. But I would definitely, they're really equally as good, but I think the big brother will definitely give you extra depth, of course, because it's got more room.
That's the 6.2, that's correct, yeah.
So
6.2.
It's definitely something I would definitely check out. But it was excellent. It was really good. This is the section where you bring something home and you can't even get it through the door, and the missus is saying to you, boy, where you going with that? So
it's the husband killer.
No dinner for a week. So this was called the Sliff Tech Symphony.
Yeah, Sliff Tech Symphony. Yeah, that's right. That
absolute beast.
This thing towered over us actually. When
beast.
We, yeah, it
must
did.
be 6 foot something.
Yeah, well, it was over
Must
that.
be 6 foot.
It was something. It looked like it was out of a BBC sci-fi set.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been Doctor Who from the 70s, 80s.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? That sort of feel.
I don't know if you guys played any video games, right? There was a video game called Day of the Testicles.
Oh right.
Yeah, and he had these big long things
Jeez,
like that. It was just crazy. It was crazy. But I mean, these things are weighing in at 38.4 stones a pair. No, sorry, for one speaker. Weighs 38.4 stones, which is 244 kilos. It's just mad.
They
absolute mad. And yeah, we're definitely giving that for that. Definitely goes into the Housewrecker. We did have a little controversy there, right, in regards to these feet that they were selling there. They were selling a lot of these acoustic feet.
Yeah, that's right. Acoustic feet for your speakers.
£500 for 4.
Yeah, that's a lot.
£500 for 4,
yeah.
And they go up to 8,000. And I was telling Jerry that I bought myself some isolation cups, which you put on machines that vibrate a lot, like your dryer or your washing machine, right? And they take the vibration out. And I've put those on the bottom of my audio, and that does the job. And it was only £10. £10 for 4 feet.
Yeah.
I
don't see why you need to be spending, to be honest, even if it's high tech, no more than £50.
Yeah,
which is a lot of money.
It is. Come on.
Yeah,
come on.
So just feet.
Yeah,
or make your own or something. It's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe there's conversation to be had over this, but if you guys tell me that it does work, I mean, we listen to a company called ISO Acoustics, and I mean, I don't know, for that kind of money, and they had even more companies were selling all this stuff, and they had the guys that were selling the wooden blocks to stop your speaker cable from hitting the floor. Come on, man. I think there comes a point where, are you listening to the music? Are you enjoying your music, or are you just listening out for imperfections in your sound?
That's
and
right,
I think that's where you got to.
That's
you got to draw the line.
You got to draw the line because at the end of the day, you need to have even the right environment to set these things up. You know, I mean, look, if you're in a standard house or flat or something like that. Yeah, some of this stuff is not going to be, even if you were to get the equipment, are you truly then going to feel and hear the quality that you're going to
remember, your room alone, they said, is an instrument, right?
It's an instrument.
You have to then get that.
That's right.
Acoustically treated, right?
Exactly.
So for you to acoustically treat that's money again. Exactly. So you've just got to get to a point where you have good sound. And I think if we go back to the same speaker we've given Speaker of the Year, right? Not year, sorry, but given Speaker to the Show.
Speaker of the Show, for sure.
I would definitely say that those guys ran everything off of normal speaker cable, which wasn't any fancy speaker cable.
That's right.
They also ran the amp that was driving off of 2 extension blocks.
Yeah, that's
you know those
daisy
2
chain.
cheap ones that you get.
Our standard daisy chain.
They didn't have no surge protection on them. Nothing on, just standard ones that you can pick up for £5, right? They had running. I heard no humming. Nothing, and that thing was fat.
Yeah,
so,
they were good. With those purified woofers.
Yeah, I just think it's that's testimony. That's testimony again. I would say for the venue itself, if you can get to go to the next one, definitely go. I mean, we usually go to Bristol for the Bristol Hi-Fi, which is in the Marriott. It's just got no comparison. I mean, you go to this place, you feel like VIP.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, it's Ascot. So, if those who have not been to Ascot, the Royal horse racing events are held there. Many different events are held there. And what we thought was particularly good for the for this audio exhibition were that the rooms that they had for demoing were spacious,
Yeah.
and then you also had the nice view overlooking of the race course, the green. It worked very well, and loads of space.
You weren't bumping into one another in Bristol, right? It's so
Bristol. I mean,
tight.
Bristol was great.
It's
Don't get me
nice,
wrong, but it was a lot of hustle and bustle. It was a lot of people in there. And it was good. It was good, but I mean, there was a lot more space, a lot more genteel at at Ascot. You had more time as well to. I mean, again, look, to be fair, it could have been the day. So we went on the day of the, I think, women's rugby final. So we had a we had a huge bit of a mission getting there. But once we got past Twickenham, we were okay.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. So maybe that diverted maybe some people that would have come down. Who knows? Who knows? True. But again, what I can say, I mean, it seemed pretty. There was a lot of people there for sure, but we didn't feel at any point.
Nah, you weren't. It was no congestion, right?
No congestion. You know, and the rooms, lots of room,
big rooms as well.
Lots of big rooms, big rooms to really turn up the music. A lot
you could
more
really
than we
hear
did.
it, yeah.
That's right.
Because it wasn't in a hotel.
Yeah,
they could turn up the systems a lot more to what they wanted to do.
That's correct.
You know, and I thought that really demonstrated what people had.
Yeah.
You know, there was no room for hiding.
No,
that one. So you had to come with good gear.
You did.
Yeah, or otherwise it would sound awful.
So I mean, I guess what we're saying is for the UK Hi-Fi show in Ascot, if you can get to that, if you could only get to the one, certainly put that on your list. But again, Bristol was excellent. This is excellent. No shade on Bristol at all. No, excellent. No. But the venue here at Ascot was good.
Yeah, so. The venue just because you're coming out of a hotel and going to a dedicated venue, it does blow your mind a bit there. Just
a quick note, do you remember the reel-to-reel? The Rotel. The Rotel reel-to-reel. That was,
We're just reminiscing here of the reel-to-reel.
The reel-to-reel, the Rotel, that was, let me get the model for you guys.
I think that to me, it's nice nostalgia, right? Yeah. I mean, my brother-in-law had one. He had a TAC one. I don't even know what he done with that. I mean, I think it's in the attic somewhere, right? But it does sound good. I think you guys saw it on the video, but I just think to myself, where are you gonna put all these reels, right? For one, right? And then when you want to listen to a track, you got to rewind and all this kind of forward to the next. Know where the next track starts from and a number and that. I think it's really for an enthusiast. But it was nice nostalgia seeing it. But I think I wouldn't want to own it.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't want to own it.
I forget the model, guys, but it was. I mean, this. How to describe it? It was nice. So for the demo, it was the reel-to-reel versus records. And so basically, it was the reel-to-reel of a recording, typically a live recording, jazz. It will be played. On vinyl, and then it'll be played on the tape. And there were a number of occasions where the tape quality
it did jump up, right?
Yeah, it was still superior. Yeah. In terms of somewhere there was a lot of distortion in the record pressing.
Yeah, this cut that out.
Exactly,
right? I mean,
that's right. But at the end of the day, I mean, to get these master recordings is not straightforward.
But then, as one man said, right? Do you know you're getting the master, or are you getting a copy of a copy?
Yeah, that's correct.
Of the master.
Exactly.
You don't know. I think they were £400 and up.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on, guys. Right. You know what I mean? Exactly. I just think that day for that.
I think these is for enthusiasts that really love the reel-to-reel.
Yeah. That still like to hold. It's like
and maybe if you're going to do recordings, you might do some recordings. But versus a 24-bit digital audio setup, I think even the exhibitors were saying, well, you know, look, it's almost. It's indistinguishable, and to be fair, the digital would probably just take it.
Yeah, because I mean, look, at the end of the day, right? It's like someone that wants to hold on to a bit of CD. I've got my CD in my hand and put it in the machine when everything is streaming now, right? And I just think that it's just nostalgia, right? It's just nostalgia. But everyone's to their taste. I'm not knocking anyone that's got one. If you've got one, good on you.
I think it was a B77 Mark III, if I remember.
Yeah, but I just think
B77.
I don't know. It's a lot of aggravation if I want to just listen to it.
Oh yeah.
And it weren't cheap.
That's right. No, it weren't cheap. It's 16 grand. And yes, and we're talking about the reel-to-reel. We're talking about the B77 Mark II stereo tape recorder.
That was the one. I think even at the show they had a live recording of a jazz artist. Was playing, and they we had to get tickets to go into that part because we didn't film that. But he had a jazz guitarist setting up to get recorded on it. Yeah, just to get a concert. Again,
this is if you're a singer-songwriter and you're an enthusiast and you're acoustic and you've got the acoustic setup and the proper recording sound studio for it. And soundstage.
Then go for it. Go for it,
for sure. But I think, it's for that high end enthusiast.
Yeah, nostalgia.
So that was, just wanted to stick that one in there. We've got on.
I totally forgot. Look, guys, we've come to the end. We hope you've enjoyed it. Look, as I said, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers, and tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's
and
right.
Subscribe so we can keep more content coming. We're trying to see if we can get another show in this year, but keep an eye on the channel. If you do, you will see us somewhere else.
Absolutely.
But bye for now. Have a good week going forward. It's Sunday here in the UK, and we'll catch you on the bounce.
Nice
Bye
one.
from me.
Bye from me. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.